Hello, I'm Chrissy Seaton. Welcome to my Noahide family. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and to press the bell to be notified when there's a new video released. And I urge you all to interact, leave a comment. It's always welcome and appreciated. My video today is about Australia and New Zealand Noahide outreach. It's most important that we assist the Noahides in Australia and New Zealand for various reasons, because in Australia particularly we're very isolated. We're such a large continent, and also our New Zealand neighbours are so close that we have a very long and strong affinity with New Zealanders, and that of course includes Noahides as well. So I've been compelled just recently to make this video on this particular topic, to reach out and to connect with those who are interested in learning about the Noahide laws across the world, that is, but particularly in Australia and New Zealand, and also the existing Noahides that we have in Australia and New Zealand. And this recent virus has, of course, added to the isolation of people all over the world, and it's not gone unnoticed in Australia. So the declared Noahides that we already have, that I mean by that known Noahides, in Australia and New Zealand, they are sprinkled throughout the countryside, and particularly in Australia. And my concern is that we're missing some of those Noahides, that we haven't been able to find them or make contact with them. And because of that, then we're not able to offer any support or learning opportunities for them. So that has been heavy on my mind recently. And Baruch Hashem, with your help, I'm sure we can overcome this, and we can achieve that goal of connecting further with more Noahides and those wanting to find out about the Noahide laws. Now, it has been estimated that there are between 20,000 and 500,000 Noahides across the entire world. Now, that is still a very small number as compared to other faiths. So our numbers worldwide are few. However, my concern is in Australia that I can only account for and New Zealand included, approximately 30. And I know there has to be more Noahides than that in Australia and New Zealand. And so that is the reason for this video today. So the Australian and New Zealand Noahide outreach is important. And as I've said before, the importance is not just about the numbers. It's about us being able to extend the hand of support to our fellow Noahides and those beginning to learn about the Noahide laws. And that strengthens our prayer and our faith, and it allows us that opportunity to offer personal support to those who need it. Now, that can be for many reasons. That could be because they are unwell, or simply because of their isolation or no other contact with other Noahides, or they could even be in financial difficulties. And so until we build up our numbers in the sense that we're aware of how many we do have in Australia and New Zealand, it's very difficult to make any future plans even about that support until we're able to locate them and find out what it is they need in terms of support, be it emotional, be it learning resources, It could be some short-term financial support and things like that. So and also, when this virus is over, it will be wonderful for us to have face-to-face meetings, a gathering, and that allows us even more to put forward our ideas and things that we would like to plan for. It's much easier when you're face-to-face than when you're even online. And thanks be to God, we have this opportunity to have Zoom meetings and things like that. But looking down the path in the future, it will be nice for us to all get together and have a conference or at least a meeting in somewhere central. When I talk about our future plans and directions, that includes many things, but one thing I just want to give you to think about is the examples are, what is the best option for us when it comes to sending our children to schools? Are there some schools that are more open to interfaith or have some sort of support available for children that are from faiths that don't have a big representation, such as Noahides? They're things we need to consider. And do we need to approach the school systems in each state and ask these questions, particularly in the state schools, the state-run schools? Now, some of the private schools, many of which are religious schools, do make an effort to make accommodation available for those who are not of their particular faith, whereby they can have access to the teachings of their faith and belief. And so that's probably not quite such a difficult task, but it does narrow our options when it comes to the state schools. The other thing is, if we have children and grandchildren who are Noahides, they may want to marry Noahides. At this stage, where are they going to meet, greet and marry in Australia, because there's so few of us? I know there are some in Sydney, but I have attempted to contact these through various avenues and I haven't had a lot of success. So please, if you're watching this and you know of Noahides in Australia and New Zealand, would you please direct them to the website, my website? It's called My Noahide Family. That's www.mynoahidefamily.com. And there are various links on that website which will lead you not only to learning resources, but will also link to ideas, and there is a Facebook page, a Facebook group, especially just for Noahides in Australia and New Zealand. But of course, we welcome people from other countries as well. We have a WhatsApp group. There's lots of ways we can interconnect. So if you're aware of anyone out there wanting to find out more, or who you know is a Noahide, please put them in touch, guide them to that website where they can access those links. Now, also, you will be able to access my personal email address on that website. So if people want to contact me personally with any questions, etc., they are most welcome to do so. And each Sunday at 12 midday in Australia, we have Rabbi Dr. Shimon Cowan, who does a class specifically for Noahides. It goes for about an hour. That is very, very valuable information. So that can be accessed too if they join the Facebook group Noahides of Australia. We can provide them with a link to that. So I urge you all to make contact with anyone that you think may be a Noahide or wanting to be a Noahide. Make them aware of the resources that are available, and there's many resources on that website where they can contact and get information. And it is just so important in between Australia and New Zealand, that we know that we're not missing any Noahides. We're not missing any opportunity to support them. And it would be such a shame if we do. And I just know there has to be more out there. So even if you're watching this video from another country and you know that some Noahides in Australia and New Zealand, please make them aware of the support that we can offer them and ongoing learning resources and an opportunity to meet and make plans in the future for the Australian and New Zealand Noahides. So please help us to connect and reach out to Noahides in Australia and New Zealand. And please take care and God bless. I'll see you in the next video.